Israeli forces are on high alert today after simultaneous threats from Iran, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Those come after the killings of two high-profile militants, one in Lebanon, the other in Iran. In Iran, we saw a mass funeral today for Hamas's political chief, Ismail Haniyeh, who Iran says was assassinated in an Israeli missile strike, his body due to be returned to Qatar. Iran is saying it has a duty to take revenge because that high-profile Hamas leader was killed on Iranian territory, and just a couple of hours after he met with Iran's supreme leader. Hezbollah, the Iranian-backed militant group in Lebanon, is also saying it plans to strike back at Israel after Israel took out one of its top commanders in a strike in the southern suburbs of Beirut. The United States is scrambling at this point to try to prevent an all-out war and to try to keep the possibility of ceasefire talks to end the fighting in Gaza and bring the hostages home after 300 days alive. Raf Sanchez, NBC News, Hofit.
All right, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who teach a well, peace, and infinite salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad doing this work in truth and in sincerity, teaching the names of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and prophesying against Mount Seir. I'm the brother Abal Gabar from the Camp Company of Prophets here in Tampa, Florida, coming at you with a lesson. And man, we got a lot of stuff going on, man. Call hello, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Call hello, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. And we know that according to Bible prophecy, World War III will happen in the near future. And before that, you're going to have the rollout of the Mark of the Beast, which the system's already here. It's only a matter of time before they make this thing mandatory, which is the digital implant. All right. And the title of the lesson is Breaking Hezbollah Leader Killed in Strike. Iran Allies Plan Retaliation. Okay. And this is all going to tie into World War III. This might be a various topics video because there's just so much stuff going on. And like I said, I was just scrolling on YouTube and there's just so much things to speak about. All right. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. Let me go ahead and open up with a scripture. This is Jeremiah 50:22. It says, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. All right. And that's the times we coming into, man. Right. And that's the trumpet and the sound that's in the atmosphere is war. Okay. World War III primarily. Okay. That's the big talk that everyone's talking about. Is World War III going to happen? What's going to happen? Are we going to go to war with Iran? And ultimately, the answer to that is yes, World War III is going to happen. And all these major nations, China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, all these nations are going to get involved, man. All right. And let me see if I can find this video real quick, man. That I just played. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, here we go. We pull this video up real quick, man. Call hello, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. You see this is from End Time Headlines on the back. It says Iran allies plan large-scale attack on Israel within 72 hours, man. So this thing is heating up. All right, but we know that a major prophecy has to happen first, and this is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All right, and we're closing in on the election. You know, the election. I saw a video speaking on how they want to censor. Major censorship is going to happen before the elections, which could be the famine of hearing the word, Amos 8:11. So, man, there's so much things taking place, man. Call hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man. The Lord is hearing our prayers, man. And let's continue to send up prayers and the curses on this wicked place, America, Mystery Babylon the Great, man. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is hearing us. All right, so let me stop this. We'll go back to that, but I want to, I played this video. Let me go ahead and play this again. And he's going to be speaking the Iranian language. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. But the title is Hezbollah leader says war with Israel has entered new phase after assassinations.
حقيقة الأمر لا، نحن أمام معركة كبرى تجاوزت فيها المسألة مسألة جبهات إسناد. هناك معركة في غزة، هناك معركة.
Let me get that real quick. It says we are facing a big battle now. It is beyond a support front now. All right. And this is the Hezbollah leader, right?
هناك معركة.
There is now a battle in Gaza. There is now a battle in South Lebanon, an open battle in Yemen, and even Iraq.
في غزة، هناك معركة في جنوب لبنان، هناك معركة مفتوحة في اليمن وحتى في العراق، لأنه كل هذا عم يتزامن مع بعضه.
Because this is all happening at the same time, which this is rumors of wars, okay? And this is, things are heating up. War is in the air. And whether you people believe it or not, World War III is going to happen and America will be completely annihilated by nuclear destruction, right? And whose side are we on? We're on the Lord's side, all right? We're not choosing sides with these nations of the earth, these heathens, right? We're choosing sides with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because ultimately the Lord going to come back. He's coming back with the missiles, and he's coming back with the chariots of Israel, man, to take this place out and to gather his elect from the four corners of the earth.
تقصف الحديدة في اليمن، وتقصف جوف الصخر أمس أو أول أمس في العراق، ويقتل القائد إسماعيل هنية في طهران، ويقتل القائد فؤاد شكر في الضاحية الجنوبية. هذه لم تعد جبهات، هذه معركة.
Said it is no longer just fronts, it is now an open battle in all fronts. All right, so I mean, this thing is heating up, man. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Also, let me see if I can find this other video. Where is it at? Yeah, let me play this.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house. No matter.
Goddamn ads.
Jonathan Gilliam. Jonathan, remarkable that. Let's bring in former Navy SEAL Jonathan Gilliam. Jonathan, remarkable that Israel killed the leader of Hamas and a top Hezbollah commander within hours of each other. What does this mean for the war going forward?
Well, I think it's a message to Iran, because you got to remember, when you talk about Hezbollah, you talk about Hamas, you're talking about Iran, because those are proxy fighters for Iran. It's a message to Iran that Israel is looking tactically at their leadership to knock down any leadership that they can, because you have to remember the way that many of these different groups within the Middle East, the way that they work is their leaders are very important, because they micromanage their troops. Their troops aren't trained to the level that United States or Israeli troops are trained to. So these leaders are very important. So when they can take one of those leaders out, it really does affect what they're capable of doing and coordinating for a period of time before they.
And if you look, right, this is where ultimately this war is going to take place, over here in the Middle East. Okay. Israel, right? Lebanon, right? The Fertile Crescent. The Lord said that he would gather all nations into the valley. Let's go there real quick. Grab that scripture. The valley of Yahweh Shaphat, which is the Lord's judgment. What is that, Joel? This is Joel 3 and verse 2. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, all right, which is, the Fertile Crescent, the Middle East. And that word Jehoshaphat in the Paleo Hebrew, the Lashawan Kodash, Yahweh Shaphat. Yahweh is the name of the Lord. Okay, Shaphat means judgment. All right, Yahweh Shaphat. So the Lord said, I will also gather all nations, all these major nations, Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, okay, America. All right. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, which we know that the people in the land of Israel today, the small hats, those are not the real people of the Bible. Okay, those are not the real Israelites. In fact, those are Edomites. All right, Amalek. All right, the true Israelites and who the Lord is coming to fight for are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the biblical Israelites, man. And the Lord is going to come and fight for us. See, everything is prophesied in the Bible. World War III is prophesied in the Holy Bible, right? And the Lord has sent out prophets. We blowing the horn. We sounding the trumpet week in, week out. Videos are going out daily. Prophets on the YouTube, on the, the internet, blowing the horn. We sounding the trumpet. We sounding the alarm. We warning you people what's about to come. All right. And ultimately, this is all, it's going to kick off here in the valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley of Yehoshaphat, the valley of decision. And ultimately, it's going to end with America being completely obliterated off of the face of the earth, even by America's allies. America, see, something major is going to happen where even America's allies is going to turn on America, man. Scriptures tell you that the beast shall hate the whore, right? The beast representing NATO and the EU, the whore representing America. So these NATO EU nations, ultimately, they going to turn on America, man. All right? That's the time we coming into. Right? So it says, Joel 3:2, it says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. The true Israelites were scattered among the nations, all right, during the transatlantic slave trade, the sub-Saharan slave trade, okay, during the time of Christopher Columbus, 1492, all right, and 1619, the transatlantic slave trade. The Israelites were scattered to the four corners of the earth, which goes back to the curses of Deuteronomy 28, which is how we identify as being the Israelites, okay, and also obviously by faith, okay. Let me play this more.
Get someone else in there. It also shows that as Iran threatens and says all these things, and Hezbollah does the same, that they literally went to the areas where their leadership is at and then took those individuals out. That is a huge, direct, and specific message to Iran and their proxies. And when you flip it around, what they do is they use terror by just throwing rockets into the cities and killing innocent people.
And keep in mind, Iran is an ally to Russia. All right. And Russia is going to play a major part when you go to Ezekiel 38, in arming these other nations with nuclear weapons. Okay. And these nuclear weapons are going to be shot off. That's the judgment day. That's the final plague. When Yahushua comes back, the day of the Lord is when these missiles, these ICBMs are going to be shot off, and they're going to, certain areas are going to be hit, but the primary target that's going to be hit with the most missiles is going to be America, man. Babylon the Great. And this place is going to be turned into a lake of fire. All right. This is judgment day that's coming. And the only ones that are going to escape is the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay. The elect, the remnant. And we're hoping and praying that we be numbered amongst the elect, because we don't know. You don't know who the elect is. Nobody can say that they're of the elect. Right now, we are of the hopeful elect. So we're hoping that we make it out of here, man. We do this out of hope. We're praying the Lord have mercy upon us, because we don't want to be in that fire, man. Right?
So Israel targets specifically, and sometimes there's collateral damage, but Iran and their proxies always look for that collateral damage. They want to hit civilians so that they can cause panic and fear, and ultimately people to turn against Netanyahu.
Jonathan, these last 12 hours, is this the moment that history will look back upon and say, this is when the broad regional conflict really, really erupted?
I don't think so. I think this is, right now,
you can watch this is on Fox News. Former Navy SEAL issues chilling warning after killing Hamas Hezbollah leaders. All right, so you can, like I said, you can watch that. Let me go ahead and pull this back up and let's get into these scriptures. All right, And shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom. Right. So back to this. Iran allies plan large-scale attack on Israel within 72 hours. So keep your eye on the Middle East. All right, keep your eye on the Middle East. I'm going to read some of these headlines. U.S. deploys at least 12 warships to Middle East amid soaring tensions. And we know the scriptures say, I'm going to grab it actually. The least of the flock shall draw them out. The least of the flock shall draw them out. All right. And the least of the flock is talking about the small hats. The Israelis are going to draw them, being America, into this war. Okay. So this war in the Middle East, you know what we see that's happening is only going to escalate to the point where America is going to be drawn into this war, and all these nations that, you know, have nuclear weapons and have an army are going to be gathered over there in the Middle East. And it's going to end ultimately with missiles flying over here. All right. I'm just going to read some of these. Over 2,000 patients in Oregon exposed to HIV, hepatitis after huge breach in hospital protocols. Argentina to begin using AI to predict future crimes. China wants to start a national internet ID system. What does that sound like? Okay. A national internet ID system. That's going to all tie in with the MOTB. Look at this. This is an advertisement. It says the fall of Mystery Babylon. Right? It has Revelation 18:10 on it. Which Mystery Babylon the Great is America. That is America. When you read about Mystery Babylon the Great in the book of, what is that, Revelation 17? Let me just fact check myself real quick. Book of Revelation 17. Yep. When you read about Mystery Babylon the Great in Revelation 17, that is America, okay? And the judgment of America is fire by way of these ICBM missiles, man, right? Let me read some more of these, and then I'm going to grab the scriptures. A defense commission finds the U.S. isn't prepared for potential global war as China-Russia alliance grows. Here we go. Israel wipes out Hamas chief in airstrike. Iran vows revenge. Fears of all-out war intensify. All right, man. So, hey, call Lord Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man. All right, let's get into Jeremiah 50. Let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 45. It says, therefore, hear you the counsel of Yahweh. All right, which the counsel of the Lord is being spoken by the prophets, starting with our head elder apostles. We've been telling you this for years, man. Our elder apostles have been telling you for decades that America is going to be taken out by missiles, by fire. That World War III was going to take place. The prophets are back on the scene, man. All right. And you also got a lot of false prophets too, though. Right. But Jeremiah 50 and 45, it says, therefore, hear you the counsel of Yahweh that he hath taken against Babylon. All right. And this right here in Jeremiah 50, the Babylon is talking about modern Babylon, which is America. Right. Let me do this real quick. You got these wacky, tacky Christians and, you know, people on earth. Oh, America's not in the Bible. No, it's America is in the Bible. It's just written in parables. Okay, it's parabolic, it's poetic. All right, and the prophets are here to break these scriptures down the right way. Jeremiah 50 and 45, it says, in his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So America is going to be dragged into this war, okay? What's going to happen is something major is going to happen in Israel. Israel is going to get, Israel is going to draw America into this war. America is going to sooner or later have to get involved, man. Right? And that's what, people are trying to avoid, but you're not going to be able to avoid Bible prophecy, man. All right. So let's go to 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. This is in the GNT. All right. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. It says, the world and the people in it are doomed. Yeah, because this is not a regular war, man. Okay. This is not a regular war. This is going to be a war of mass destruction, right? Nuclear warfare, nuclear holocaust, man. Let me make this bigger too so y'all can see the writing. There we go. See, there we go. All right. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. The world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. And every day that goes on, every second that goes on, we're 1 second, 1 day closer to this war taking place, man. All right. The war that will bring the destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. And this is what we're seeing happening right now. It says there will be great political turmoil. All right. Great political turmoil. And we're seeing that heavy, especially here in America, but all over the earth. It says with one group trying to overpower another and gain control. We see that right now with the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. It's just a scramble, which that's just two wings to the same bird. All right. Those are the had 2 horns and spoke like a dragon. All right. Let me grab that. Real quick, precept Revelation 13 and 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, which this beast represents this beast system. Okay. It says, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right. And the 2 horns represent the Democrat and the Republican Party. All right. Let me do this real quick. Revelation 13, and he spoke as a like a dragon. 13 and what was that? Revelation 13 and 11. Right? The horn represents power, okay? And you know, the scriptures tell you that a kingdom divided shall not stand. America is completely divided right now. But back to 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, it says, there will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. There, and ultimately, we're going to come to a time of complete civil unrest here, man. Civil war, anarchy, all right? Especially if this demon Kamala gets in office, which how I see it is no matter who gets in office, Trump or Kamala, it's not going to be pretty for America, man. It says there will no longer be free access to the cities. Yeah, because you're going to have military checkpoints. You know, checking if you have your Karagma, your RFID micro CHIP. It says, because the struggle for power will bring destruction. Yeah, and they want see these elites, the bankers, they rule. There's a saying, order out of chaos. Okay. Ordo ab chaos. So the wicked elite, you know, the top bankers, which are Edomites, they bring confusion and they bring chaos to then establish order. And we saw a good example of that during 2020 with the C-19. right? They brought chaos and then they brought order, okay? You had to get the yab. People was losing their jobs. And then you had certain Israelite leaders that were telling their congregation to go ahead and take it. So that's the false prophets that are set up, right? Got false prophets set up. It says there will be no longer free access to the cities because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. All right, so this is all, it's going, come on, man. It's all about to take place. All right, let me go ahead and pull this back up. All out chaos about to take place, man. Ultimately, World War III. Let's go to the book of Revelation 9 and 12. It says, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. All right, and these three woes is talking about the major world wars. Okay, World War I, World War II, and World War III. The first two already happened. All right, World War II ended September 2nd, 1945. And when you go to Revelation 11 and 14, go ahead and go there. Revelation 11 and 14. You know what? I might actually pull it up on the screen. Yeah, let's pull it up. Revelation 11 and 14, it says the second woe is past. That's World War II. Okay. Woe means, great death and destruction. It says, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So World War III is prophesied. It's prophecy that World War III would come quickly or shortly after World War II. All right. And we're in that time now. We're hearing the rumors of wars. Okay. And it's going to end in that lake of fire, man. All right. Missiles from Iran, China, Russia. All right. And Russia's going to play a major part in this prophecy as well, man. So we in some serious times, man. Call her Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man. I'm just scrolling through let me just see something real quick, man. Oh yeah, this thing in Israel is gonna heat up, man. This thing in Israel gonna heat up. Let's go to Matthew 24. Let's go to the words of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. And by the way, what's the testimony of our Lord, man? What's the testimony of Yahweh Shai is what? The spirit of prophecy. Let's go to Matthew 24. Let's start at verse 6. Matthew 24 and 6. You know what? We'll go up. We'll start at 3. We'll start at 1. Matthew 24 and 1. It says, and Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see you not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? All right. So the disciples, they were asking Yahushua, the men of the Lord always asked, when will thou restore again the kingdom to Israel? When is going to be the end of the world? What is going to be the signs? All right. I want to just, let's see what that word world is. I believe it's eon. Might be eon. Let me see. Yeah, aeon, which I believe means age or a time period. You have 3 words for the word world. And it's for an unbroken age. The world's a period of time, okay, an age. So when will be the end of Esau's age? When you go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, it tells you, I'll just grab it instead of quoting it. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, and that word world is the same world right here. So Esau is the end of this age. Okay, the age of wickedness, the age of Esau's rulership, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. But you have 3 words for this word world. So when you come across the word world in the scriptures, like when you go to John 3 and 16, which that's, the most known Bible verse ever. What does that say? For God so loved the world. John 3:16 and Matthew 24 have 2 different words. Okay. And John 3:16 is cosmos, which means an orderly arrangement. Okay, an orderly arrangement, which John 3:16 is talking about Israelites. Okay, the world of Israel, not the whole world. The other word for world, so you got 3 words. You got eon or aeon, which is the age, a time period. You have a cosmos, which is an orderly arrangement, okay, or a group, right? And then you have oikomeni, which means the whole inhabited earth. All right. John 3:16, just to prove it, let's just grab it. Let God be true and every man a liar. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. The wacky tacky Christians, they completely don't understand what this scripture means. So let's go to the word world. See, cosmos.
Strong's G 2889. Cosmos. Cosmos.
It says an appointed and harmonious arrangement or constitution, order, or government. Let me see. And that's pretty. That's this is what it means: an order, a government, an arrangement. Okay, an orderly arrangement. All right, a government, which is talking about the Israelites, not the whole world. All right. All right. So let's go back to Matthew 24. Lessons within lessons, like the elder apostle Tahar says. All right, Matthew 24 and 4. It says, I'm gonna read the latter part of 3. It says, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? The disciples are asking Yahushua what's going to be happening at the end of the world. Verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. And notice how that's the first thing that Yahushua said. Because why? You have a lot of deceivers. You have a lot of false prophets that are claiming to be Israelites in these last days, man. You got this whole thing with that guy Hassad and a deacon, right? Talking about Gog and Magog, same with IUIC. You know, they're saying that Gog is, Russia's going to come and rule after, America's destroyed. Russia's going to rule. So a bunch of bullshit, all right? So you got a lot of false prophets. So, you know, you got to picture this. The disciples are asking Yahushua, look, what's going to be the sign of thy coming? What's going to be the end of the world? And the first thing Yahushua said, he said, hey, take heed that no man deceive you. Verse 5, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, or the anointed, and shall deceive many. So you got many people that are deceived on this earth right now. You have many people that claim to be in the truth or know of the truth, and they are deceived. If you think that the mark of the beast is not the RFID CHIP, you are deceived. If you think that Russia is going to come and try to attack Israel after Yahushua comes, you're deceived. If you think that the full moon is the new moon, you're deceived. If you think Friday, Saturday is the Sabbath, you know, all the time, Friday, Saturday, Sabbath, you are deceived, man. All right, amongst many other things. Matthew 24:6, it says, and you shall hear of wars. So what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, Israel, Hamas, you know, Hezbollah, you know, Iran, China, all these rumors of wars, right? It says, so these are signs of the end. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Because we know we have a major prophecy. So when we see these rumors of wars, you know, we know that missiles aren't just going to drop tomorrow, because a major prophecy has to come, which is the mark of the beast. Now, when the mark of the beast comes and it's mandatory, it's rolled out, you can't buy or sell without it, that's when you know that, hey, man, any day now, missiles can drop. Okay. So we know that's why Yahushua said, for all these things must come to pass, the rumors of wars, you know, and that's all we're seeing right now is just rumors of wars. It says, but the end is not yet. All right. Because we still have a major prophecy. 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Okay. World war. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And that's happening all over the earth. You got different famines. Right now, people are starving to death. You got different pestilences. Okay. All different types of sicknesses, diseases, right? Earthquakes. You got thousands of earthquakes that are happening. Okay. Hundreds are happening daily. Earthquakes are happening daily. Every day there's earthquakes happening, man. It says all these are the beginning of sorrows. Right? And that's the times we're in the beginning. This is just the beginning. Okay, this is just the beginning of what's to come. Now let's go to 2nd Ezra 9. And I'm just flowing with the Spirit. So Lord willing, it's edifying to the hopeful elect, man. 2nd Ezra 9:1. I'm gonna get it in GNT. All right, 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered, consider all these things very carefully. So everything that's happening on the earth, all the signs, consider it. Okay, think about it. Dwell on it. Consider all these things carefully. When you see that some of the signs I have told you about have appeared, we're seeing it, right? We're seeing all the signs. You will know that the time has come when God Most High, Yahweh, will bring judgment on the world he has created. So we're entering into the time of judgment, mass death. It says there will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders. What happened with Biden? That guy is unstable. It says, and confused rulers. Come on, man. The scriptures don't lie, bro. Yahweh Shai does not lie. These scriptures are completely on point, 100% accurate. It says, when you see these things happening, you will know that they are what God Most High, Yahweh, through his son, Yahweh Shai, has spoken about since the beginning of creation. The beginning and the end of everything that happens in this world are clear. And it's clear that we're at the end. It is beyond clear that we are living in the end of an age, the end of Esau, the end of the so-called white man being in power. This is the end of Esau's rulership, but it's the beginning of us being in power, okay? The beginning of a righteous kingdom. All right, so we rejoice, like the scriptures tell you in Revelation 12 and 12, rejoice you heavens and you that dwell in them, okay? So we rejoice at all of this, man. Verse 6, it says, the same is true in the world above. It says, wonders and miracles show the beginning of events, and signs show when they end. All right, signs show when they end. So come on, man. Oof. Let's get 7. It says, some people will escape destruction. Who's going to escape destruction? The elect of the nation of Israel. Some people will escape destruction and be saved by their good works or by their faith, which it should say and, because we know that the scriptures say faith without works is dead. Okay, it says, all of them will survive the dangers I have described and will enjoy the salvation provided in the land that I have set apart from eternity as my own. Then those who have ignored my ways, the 2/3, the wicked Israelites, and held them in contempt, will be surprised when they find themselves in continual torment. Ooh, because what's going to happen is you're going to be tormented by all the affliction and scourges that's coming to this place, America, and the ultimate plague is going to be the ICBMs, the lake of fire. It says this will include all those who ignored me while they were alive, right? And if you heard about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and you said, "Oh, no, I'm not going to do. I don't believe that. I want to be a rapper. I want to be a musician. I want to be a basketball player. I want to be a comedian." And you forsook this truth, okay? You're going to be tormented, man. That's why it says this will include all those who ignored me while they were alive, even though they accepted the blessings I gave them. Right. So certain guys, they living good, right? These rappers, the ball players, you got a lot of Jakes that's well off, they coming up, but they ignored the prophets. You ignored the truth. So when all hell breaks loose, you're going to be caught up in the famine. You're going to be caught up in the death. You're going to be caught up in the plagues. It says it will include all those who scorned my law during the time they were free to do so, and all those who refused to repent when they still had the chance. Yeah, you still had the chance to repent, right? You still got the chance to turn to the Lord, but you choose not to. So don't be looking for a blessing when all hell breaks loose. It says the torment they will have to suffer. Well, actually, I'm going to read this. I'm going to get this one in the King James version. Okay? Because I don't want to read it right there. Let me get it in the King James. Second Ezra's. Oh, they ain't got it, man. What's going on? We'll just look it up like this. Was that 9 and 12? King James Version. The same, so the ones that rejected the truth, the same must know it after death by pain. You're going to learn the hard way. You're going to have a lot of Jake that's going to learn the hard way. And that's why there is going to be a lake of fire. All right? You're going to have a lot of Jake in that lake of fire, man. 2/3 of Israel is going to be in that fire, man. Truth. Not going to be pretty. And we're hoping that we're of the elect, that we can escape, man. By what? Our faith and our works, like the scriptures say. That's how we're going to be able to escape. Right? So everything we're doing now, for you brothers and you few sisters that are repenting and, living a righteous lifestyle, a simple lifestyle, in the end, it's all going to pay off, man. Okay. Well, everybody out here starving to death, you're going to have food, man. All right. So let's go to, Isaiah 9:5. Pull it up right here, actually. Isaiah 9:5. All right, let me zoom in real quick. Isaiah 9:5, it says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood." And I'm going to tell you what you should think about when you hear that. Is this right here, okay? And the ancient wars used to be fought like this. Just share my screen real quick. All right, like the movie 300. All right. Garments rolled in blood, hand-on-hand combat. This is how the ancient wars were fought, right? Which this is a good movie. I got to watch this movie again. Which the Spartans are Israelites, okay? You read that in the Apocrypha, right? So let me go ahead and share this back up. "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, guys screaming, going at each other, and garments rolled in blood." That's the ancient ways of fighting, right? But it says, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So this war that we entered into, World War III, it's going to be a different kind of war, man. It's going to end with nuclear fire. All right? All right, so let me go ahead and grab the last precept and we'll close it out. Let's go to 2 Peter 3:10. We can go on and on about this, but I'm going to go ahead and close it out. 2 Peter 3:10. All right, it says, "But the day of the Lord, the day of Yahushai," okay, when the Lord comes back, which the Lord is coming back with the ICBMs, the missiles, the fire. Got another precept real quick. What did Yahushai say? "I come to send fire on the earth." So the Lord ain't coming back with hugs and kisses. This is Luke 12:49. "I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled?" I am come to send fire on the earth. The Lord said, I'm coming to send fire by way of these missiles, man. And what will I if it already be kindled? Yeah, because by the time the Lord come back, there's already going to be, this world is already going to be up in flames, from different riots and protests and little bombs dropping. But when the Lord come back, he coming back with the big missiles, all right? 2 Peter 3:10, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise." That great noise is the ICBMs, the missiles, "and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up." Meaning everything, everything's going to be burnt up. Cars, buildings, light poles, stop signs, the concrete, houses. That's the works. It took work to build this stuff, right? All the works, the houses, the buildings, they're going to be burned up. Okay. And they're going to melt. The elements, everything's made of elements. In school, they gave us something called the periodic table, the table of elements. Everything's made of elements. Your body is made of elements, the concrete, right? Even water. But it says the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Time of war, man. All right. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, was edifying to the hopeful elect. Breaking Hezbollah leader killed in strike. Iran allies plan retaliation. Keep your eyes on the Middle East. So much things is happening, man. So all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakudash. Till next time I say Shalom.